time, she never stopped voting. She voted every national and local election for the past 76 years, and she continues to vote today. She called me actually this past week and told me that I sent in my absentee ballot for the Montgomery election, because Montgomery is having their mayor election at the end of this month. And since she's 95, she cannot stand in the long lines anymore, so she cannot be there physically, so she sends in her absentee ballot. It's so amazing because she's like a modern day living history book. She witnessed not only the Selma, she participated in the Selma Montgomery March. She also witnessed the the Freedom Riders being beaten in Montgomery. She was also had to endure the long lines, pay a poll tax of $1.50. Today, that is equivalent to $25. Can you imagine paying $25 to exercise your right to vote today? I just cannot even imagine that. And since she was one of the few people who actually was brave enough during the vote, she stood in lines and people said names to her, they spit at her. And she is 5'3", and for me to see her, she's just like a hero to me. And I'm just so grateful and privileged to have a person like that in my life to this day. I want to show you a clip of her story, and also the clip is going to show you some current voting rights issues today.
I don't think that's right. My name is Dorothy Guilford. I was born May the 3rd, 1920 in Montgomery, Alabama. Well, I think I was probably 19 years old when I first voted. That was right after they had a lot of confusion about the poll tax. And I paid my poll tax that year and voted. I was nervous though. I paid the poll tax for several years, and then they abolished the poll tax, which I was glad because $1.50 was $1.50. And it was a long line to vote. In fact, they came out on the sidewalk. Now that I think discouraged a lot of people because so many had to go back to work. Mm-hmm. Well, it's important, I think, for everybody to be able to vote and let their choice be known. Oh, it's very important. And now that I'm not able to go to the polls, I vote absentee ballot. I'm going to do that as long as I live.
It's amazing. She's 95 years old. She could think for herself. She still lives on her own. She still cooks. She still goes to church. She still do everything. And I hope when I get 95, I could be just like her. But the Jim Crow era is a lot more recent than we like to acknowledge. And we're not seeing a new kind of poll tax to this day. Challenges in some states continue as politicians and lawmakers make it harder for people to vote today. My grandmother doesn't approve of many of the recent laws that have been enacted that could disenfranchise hundreds and thousands of eligible voters in this state and in her home state and across the U.S. I heard my grandmother's story when I was a teenager, and she inspired me and my family and the community to continue to vote, that one person, one vote can really make a difference. As we commemorate the 50th anniversary and the sign of the Voting Rights Act, let's remember my grandmother's story, the students and the teachers and the people from the citizens of Selma in this film, and also the people that across the nation during that time who have helped commemorate this time and who have sacrificed their lives in the efforts of civil rights. So I'm just going to put out there, we call it, my grandmother would call it Miss Dottie. I'm going to have a Miss Dottie's challenge moment. And the Miss Dottie challenge moment is that I'm going to charge each and every one of you to tell one person out of your friends, your neighbors, a colleague, anyone about her story, about the film, and tell them the importance of the voting rights and the importance of this film and what voting rights means to you. If you tell one person that would be a tremendous help in the movement and getting the more and more people involved in exercising their right to vote. So if my grandmother could continue to vote for the past 76 years, I know that you and the people around you could continue to do it as well. So I want to again thank you for coming out, supporting the film, enduring the traffic and the rain, and I'll open the floor to anybody have any questions.